If you are hearing these words right now, I need you to know something. There is a reason you are here in this moment, and what I am about to share with you has been waiting for the right time to be spoken. Chosen one, you are not here by accident, and you did not click on this message by chance. This is a divine appointment, a sacred intersection, a moment ordained by God for this exact hour. There are seasons when heaven speaks softly, and there are seasons when heaven speaks through what you cannot ignore, and right now, your body is becoming the message. The appointed time has come, and what you have been sensing is not random, not imagined, and not meaningless. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse. The 1st of December declares that there is a time for every purpose under heaven, and chosen one. This is your time of appointed shifting. What is unfolding in you can begin today. Tonight, in the coming hours, and in the days ahead. And it will feel undeniable, because it will be written in your flesh, in your breath, in your sleep, in your nervous system, and in the way your spirit refuses to stay small. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3 reminds us that the vision has an appointed time, and even if it seems delayed, it will speak. Anointed one, it is speaking now. You are not becoming chosen. You are finally remembering that you always were. And sometimes God's reminders do not come through words or explanations at all, but through a quiet place you can return to, still and simple, when weakness or reflection tries to pull you under. I have left a small, quiet space in the description if you ever feel the need to return. Chosen one, what you are feeling is not your imagination, and it is not you being fragile. It is heaven turning up the volume in the only place you cannot fake. Your body. There are people who can ignore their spirit for years, but when God is calling you into alignment, your chest will tighten before your mouth can lie. Your stomach will churn before your mind can negotiate. Your sleep will shift before your calendar admits you are carrying too much that was never yours to carry. This is not a random wave of discomfort. This is a spiritual alert system being restored, and it is happening for a reason. Anointed one, some of you have been trying to pray your way through rooms that God already told your body to leave. You walk into a familiar environment, and suddenly the air feels heavy. Not because the air changed, but because you changed. You sit with certain people, and you feel that invisible pressure in your rib cage, that quiet nausea, that strange fatigue that does not match the conversation. You call it anxiety because you do not want to sound dramatic. But deep down you know this is discernment, finally moving from theory into flesh. You are not being punished, you are being directed. Heaven is teaching you to obey the signal before you demand an explanation. I want to speak plainly to you. There are seasons when God does not remove you from everything at once. He starts by removing your tolerance. He starts by making the mask feel too tight. He starts by making the old jokes feel sharp, the old compromises feel loud, the old environments feel draining. That is why you can no longer fake your way through certain conversations. That is why crowded places now exhaust you in a way they never used to. It is not weakness. It is sensitivity returning. It is your system rejecting what your calling cannot carry. Chosen one, you have to understand what is happening underneath this. When you have spent years surviving, you learn how to override your body. You learn how to smile with your jaw clenched. You learn how to say yes while your stomach twists. You learn how to stay in rooms that cost you peace because you were trained to think peace is optional. But in this hour, God is restoring order. He is restoring alignment. He is restoring the original design where your spirit leads, your mind supports, and your body confirms. That is why the signal is getting stronger. That is why it feels sudden. That is why it feels like it happens without permission, because you have delayed obedience long enough, and now heaven is speeding up the lesson. And listen, anointed one. This is not just about feelings. This is about preparation. You are being positioned for a higher level of stewardship, a higher level of influence, a higher level of provision. And yes, I am speaking about increase. I am speaking about doors that open at the right time. I am speaking about opportunities that recognize you without you begging. But before God trusts you with more, He strengthens your no. Before He pours, He purifies. Before He promotes, He protects. Many of you have been asking for the transfer, but heaven has been answering with training. Because if your body still says yes to what drains you, you will bleed out the blessing the moment it arrives. There is a line in Ecclesiastes chapter 3 that says there is a season for every purpose, chosen one. You are entering a season where your body refuses to cooperate with misalignment. That is why you might feel fine. Then after one phone call, you feel heavy. You might be in a good mood. Then, after one conversation, you feel irritated and tired. It is not that you are unstable. It is that you are registering what you used to ignore. Some of you have been the emotional container for everyone around you. You have been the one who absorbs stress, absorbs grief, absorbs chaos, absorbs the unspoken tension in the room. You called it being understanding. You called it being mature. You called it being empathic. But heaven is saying, not like this. Not anymore. Let me ground this in real life. You know that moment when you are driving and the traffic is normal. The radio is low. Nothing is wrong. And yet your shoulders creep up as if danger is coming. You know that moment when you are folding laundry and suddenly your throat tightens like you are about to cry, but you cannot explain why. You know that moment when you are at the grocery store and one aisle feels fine, but one interaction drains you like you have been running for hours. You know that moment when you answer the phone and before the person even speaks, your stomach drops. You know that moment when you walk into a room full of familiar faces and your chest gets tight for no logical reason. Those are not random glitches. Those are messages. Your system is telling you this is not yours. This is not safe for your spirit. This is not aligned with where God is taking you. And chosen one, the more you honor these signals, the clearer they become. The more you trust your body, the louder the guidance gets, anointed one. Some of you are also waking up exhausted, not because you did not sleep, but because you are processing. You are carrying a call, and your inner life is rearranging around it. Your subconscious is sorting what your conscious mind has been avoiding. Dreams are becoming more vivid, more symbolic, more urgent. You wake up, and it feels like you have been in a classroom all night. That is why you can sleep 8 hours and still feel like your body traveled. That is why the dreams can feel vivid and heavy. That is why your jaw can clench during ordinary conversations. Your body is releasing old agreements. Agreements with people-pleasing, agreements with shrinking, agreements with tolerating what dishonors you. And when those agreements break, the body reacts. It releases. It recalibrates. It remembers what peace actually feels like. Now, hear me carefully, chosen one. This is the moment where many people make a mistake. They feel the signal and they panic. They feel the tension and they assume something is wrong with them. They feel the sensitivity and they start trying to numb it, explain it away, or medicate the message. But the prophetic instruction for you in this part is simple. Do not fear the signal. Do not insult the warning. Do not go back into environments that your body has already identified as expensive. Because what God is building in you is not just comfort. It is capacity. And capacity is connected to transfer. Capacity is connected to promotion. Capacity is connected to provision that does not destroy you. So, if you are noticing your body rejecting certain people, certain places, certain patterns, do not call it weakness. Call it stewardship. Call it alignment. Call it heaven, rearranging your appetite so you can carry what is coming. Chosen one. I need you to pay attention to the second wave of this shift, because it is already happening in some of you, and it is about to accelerate in others. The first wave was the body speaking. The second wave is the body refusing. You thought sensitivity was the hardest part, but what comes next is holy selectivity. You are about to lose tolerance for things you once managed with ease. Conversations that used to be bearable will now feel unbearable. Compromises you made to keep peace will no longer feel worth the cost. Environments you tolerated will suddenly feel suffocating. This is not you becoming difficult. This is you becoming aligned. This is not bitterness. This is boundaries forming at a cellular level. This is your system finally saying what your mouth was trained not to say. This is your body doing what your people-pleasing would not allow. Some of you are already noticing it. You cannot sit through certain conversations anymore without your body screaming exit. You cannot scroll through certain content without feeling that strange pressure in your chest. You cannot stay in certain spaces without needing immediate recovery time. And you have been apologizing for it, calling yourself sensitive, calling yourself difficult, calling yourself too much. But Anointed One, the truth is simpler than that. You are not too much. The old environment is too small. God is not asking you to toughen up. He is asking you to honor the signal. He is asking you to stop treating discomfort like a problem and start treating it like direction. Because the body does not lie when the spirit is aligned. And your body has been screaming one word for months now. Leave the rooms that require you to shrink. Leave the conversations that demand you explain your piece. Leave the relationships that drain more than they pour. Leave the opportunities that feel wrong even when they look right. Chosen One. Some of you are about to face a moment where you will have to choose between what looks good and what feels right. And I am here to tell you that what feels right in your body, when your spirit is aligned, is the will of God. Even if it makes no sense on paper, even if it disappoints people, even if it looks like a step backward. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3 says the vision will speak at the appointed time. Chosen One. Your body is speaking at the appointed time, and the word it is speaking is now. Not later, not when it is convenient, not when everyone understands. Now, because God is positioning you, and positioning requires movement, and movement requires space, and space requires release. If this is landing in your spirit right now, leave a simple yes in the comments. Let another chosen one know they are not alone in what they are sensing. And if you are feeling the weight of this shift, I have quietly prepared a reminder in the description and pinned comment for the moments when you need to return to center, Anointed One. Let me speak to the practical side of what is unfolding. Because some of you are asking, what do I do with this? How do I navigate a world that does not honor these signals? How do I function when my body is rejecting half of what used to be normal? Here is the answer. You start small. You start by honoring one signal at a time. You start by leaving one conversation 5 minutes early. You start by saying no to one invitation that feels heavy. You start by resting when your body says rest, even if your schedule says push, because alignment is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built in 1,000 small obediences. And every time you honor the signal, you strengthen the system. Every time you trust your body, you train your discernment. Every time you choose peace over performance, you align with the provision God is preparing. Chosen One. Some of you are also noticing that your appetite for noise has disappeared. You do not crave the chaos anymore. You do not need the drama to feel alive. You do not need constant stimulation to feel productive. The silence that used to feel empty now feels full. The stillness that used to feel boring now feels sacred. And this is not laziness. This is maturity. Because there is a kind of inner structure that heaven is building in you right now that money cannot buy. It is the kind of structure that supports increase without collapse. It supports provision without fear. It supports visibility without ego. It supports authority without hardness. This structure cannot be rushed. It cannot be faked. It can only be built through obedience to what most people ignore. And this structure is not built through striving. It is built through stillness. It is built through listening. It is built through obedience to the quiet signals that most people ignore. It is built through saying no when everyone expects yes. It is built through resting when the world says hustle. It is built through trusting the process when nothing looks like progress. Anointed one, you are not falling behind. You are being fortified. And fortification always looks like slowness before it reveals itself as strength. Now, chosen one, come into the final part of this word, because everything we have spoken about, the body signals, the holy refusal, the divine selectivity, it is all leading somewhere specific. You are not just being refined for the sake of refinement, you are being prepared for transfer. And I want to be clear about what transfer means. Transfer is not just a change in circumstance. It is a shift in atmosphere. It is when what was hard becomes easy. It is when what was closed becomes open. It is when what required effort begins to flow. Transfer is when your obedience in the hidden place becomes favor in the public space. Some of you are about to step into rooms you did not apply for, conversations you did not initiate, opportunities you did not chase, provision you did not manipulate, favor you did not earn through performance. And the reason it will feel different is because your body will confirm it. Your spirit will recognize it. Your mind will stop arguing, and you will realize that the waiting was not about delay. It was about readiness. It was about becoming the kind of vessel that can hold what God has been holding for you. Chosen one, do not miss the miracle of the small confirmations. A calm morning after a long stretch of mental noise. A night of deeper sleep after weeks of restlessness. A conversation where you feel respected without performing. A door opening with less resistance than you expected. These are not random breaks. These are signs that the atmosphere is responding to your obedience. Heaven honors consistency. Heaven honors return. Heaven honors the quiet person who kept the faith when nothing looked like it was moving. Anointed one, when the moment comes, you will not have to force it. You will not have to manipulate timing. You will not have to chase people. You will simply step into what has already been arranged. Your body will confirm it. Your spirit will recognize it. Your mind will stop arguing. Chosen one, this is the point where everything quiets down enough for you to recognize what has already changed. Not in theory, not in language, but in the way you move through a day. You wake up and your body no longer braces the same way. You enter spaces and your breath stays with you. You face uncertainty and your chest does not collapse. This is not because the world suddenly became gentle. It is because you did. Gentle with yourself, honest with your limits, aligned with what God has been shaping beneath the surface all along. The work now is not to seek another sign. The work is to remain. Remain in the posture you have earned through endurance. Remain in the rhythm your body has learned. Remain in the discernment that no longer needs to shout to be trusted. What God completes in this season will not require striving. It will require steadiness. And steadiness is the language heaven trusts most. Chosen one, there will be moments ahead when old patterns try to knock at the door. Old urgency, old fear, old voices that ask you to rush, explain, or prove. And you will recognize them immediately, not because you are suspicious, but because your body will not cooperate. Your shoulders will refuse to lift. Your stomach will refuse to twist. Your breath will stay deep. That is not resistance. That is alignment holding the line. This is how you protect what is being transferred. You do not protect it by guarding it tightly. You protect it by living cleanly, clean boundaries, clean agreements, clean rhythms, clean intentions. When your inner life stays clean, what God releases stays intact. You are no longer trying to hold blessing with effort, you are holding it with structure. Chosen one, understand this. The season ahead will still require faith, but it will not feel the same as before. It will not be faith born from desperation. It will be faith born from recognition. You will see God's hand more clearly in timing, in connection, in provision, in protection that happens without drama. And when something is not for you, it will fall away quickly without dragging you into confusion. That is mercy. That is maturity. Some of you will notice financial clarity arriving alongside this inner order. Not just more resources, but better stewardship, fewer impulsive decisions, clearer priorities, a sense of sufficiency even before increase fully manifests. That is not coincidence. That is alignment preparing you to receive without leaking. Others of you will notice relational shifts, fewer entanglements, more respect, more ease in saying no without guilt. That is not isolation. That is authority settling in. Chosen one, the most sacred part of this closing is this. You are not waiting for permission anymore. You are waiting with peace, and there is a difference. Permission keeps you small. Peace keeps you ready. When the moment arrives, you will not need to be convinced. You will not need to be pushed. You will simply move, because your body, your spirit, and your timing will agree. If there are days when you feel quiet, do not rush to fill them. If there are moments when you feel still, do not assume something is missing. Stillness is where alignment locks in. Stillness is where faith becomes embodied. Stillness is where God finishes what noise interrupts. Stay there when you can, return there when you need to. Chosen one, heaven does not rush completion, it seals it. And what is being sealed in you now is discernment, endurance, and readiness. You are no longer being prepared for something abstract. You are being prepared for something specific. And when it arrives, it will not overwhelm you, it will fit. Hold your posture, honor your signals, trust the rhythm you have been given. What God has begun in you will be completed, and it will arrive in a way that confirms in your body and your spirit that the timing was never late. It was exact, chosen one. Now you know your body is shifting, and it is not by accident. What you have felt in your chest, in your breath, in your sleep, in your stomach, in those sudden waves of heaviness or clarity, it has been part of your refining, not your breaking. You are not falling apart, you are being restructured, and if you stayed with me to this point, it is because your spirit already recognized what your mind has struggled to name. You were never meant to live like everyone else. You were meant to feel more, carry more, and walk with a discernment that most people will never understand. Anointed one, I declare over you right now that a supernatural transfer is already in motion. Heaven is aligning timing, relationships, opportunities, and resources with precision. And you are standing in your appointed hour. Stay faithful, stay clean in your spirit, stay steady in your body. What God is releasing will not require you to panic. It will require you to remain aligned, and you will recognize it by peace. If this message confirmed what you have been noticing, leave a comment with the shift that has been most present in your body lately, and let another chosen one know they are not alone. If you are ready to keep moving with this message, help us reach 20,000 subscribers. Join the Chosen Pathfinders family and stay connected to what God is doing in you. And if this word has shifted something in your spirit today, consider leaving a super thanks below. It is a simple way to support this work and keep these messages flowing to those who need them most. Every seed sown here helps another chosen one find their way home. I have also quietly prepared a practical spiritual reminder in the description and pinned comment for the moments you need to return to center. After this, check the description and take what you need in stillness. May God cover you with clarity, strengthen your discernment, and seal your alignment. And may what is already moving in the unseen become visible in the perfect time.